Ladies and Germans, how you all doing? This is Con Ulrich.
And I'm Rangru. Hello, hello, hello.
And folks, we told you we're going to come back with a 1v1 today, and we have done that faux show on the map of Cheux. And, Rang, who's duking it out?
Well, on the left-hand side in blue, we have Pugums as the SSB. And on the right-hand side, in the red, we have Frubblord as the 12th SS.
Kind of weird to look at the difference between the number of guys set up for both sides here. I always feel like the SSB is just going to be pouring out like rats.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and we're not desert rats, mind you, more like European rats.
Just regular old plague rats.
Yeah, exactly. Every 20 years, bringing the plague, doing their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Skaven of the Allied forces.
But Skaven don't exist, just as rumors.
That's true. Yes, yes. But Cheux. So we haven't seen this map for quite a bit of time. I feel like we don't ever really see it. Naturally, of course, SSB is going to have a lot of experience fighting in that town, and the 12th SS will do everything they can to stay out of it.
Mm-hmm. It's really going to come down to that Firefly for 12th SS. This is the perfect map for the Firefly, especially considering that SSB has no AT guns for the first 20 minutes of the match. So it's pretty safe to use the Firefly and move it around.
They do have the Sherman DD to the north, though, and all they have right now, the Germans that is a boy to Cromwell.
Oh yeah. That's not going to be a matchup against a DD if it gets closer. It seems like Frubblord actually spending more resources down south, sending in quite a bit of infantry and autocannon half-track, as well as a mortar half-track.
But the mortar half-track, to me at least, makes sense, because this, you just want to pound the infantry flat and try to maybe, just maybe, keep them at a distance.
Yeah. But this is SSB we're talking about in A phase. They got all the commandos jumping out of those tracks. And it's gonna be a tough time holding that town. If those Panther Grenadiers can just get into a good position at long range, they should be fine, but they're already getting a little bit too close to comfort.
Well, yep, and there's the first explosive charge out. You better run, but Frubblord might be flubbed.
Goes one Panther Grenadier squad.
Yep, but the Boytek Cromwell at least is getting some firepower in there, but the Germans have completely lost the north, and while the north might remember, there's no one there to think about it right now.
Yeah, there's wasn't really much up here to begin with. That one tank buster taking a rather lovely chunk of territory, and we've got this 222 running down the road.
Kind of a non-standard start here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely rather peculiar, but this is also SSB that we're talking about, yeah, rather peculiar division. There's also good for them too, this map, sort of, is they got 4 bloody Shermans in A phase.
Yes.
Which is, you know, you can never really go wrong with 4 Shermans in A phase.
You certainly cannot. Tyranno tank busters are going to probably take out some of these half-tracks in just a second here. Gonna line of sight, I would think, pretty damn soon. Close. Not quite
Very
yet.
close.
Humber, in the meantime, is going to detour around to get off this 222. Kind of amusing to me. The 222 really should be able to take out the Humber, but he's not going to engage. He's a pacifist.
Oh yeah. He's just here for the sightseeing. He wanted to, you know, see the lovely French countryside, and the Humber is going to be denying him his once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
I think it was more of a Chivo run, you know? Gotta have those Chiefs. You know, keep calm and chief on. The Boytek Cromwell does see that Commando Tank Buster now, and no longer does. Very interesting call there. But shockingly enough, the commandos have been pretty much, I would say, reduced in that town. Not a whole lot left.
They've lost quite a lot so far. Quite surprisingly, and Frob still has that rather half-healthy, half-dead Panzer Grenadier in that town, and the mortar half-track is doing some lovely work, so yeah, surprisingly 12th SS, they're taking the town.
Well, you know what Miracle Max would say from the Princess Bride. Mostly dead is also slightly alive. And he gets blown up by his own mortar half-track. Oh my gosh. Green on green! Green on green! Alright, there we go. Finally gets the message. Aufklärer to the north, a little bit of infantry and a tiny little anti-tank gun, because why not?
Why not? Need something.
Ugh, and with the infantry moving on back in, the Humber is just waiting to get blown up, and this Pigren is shaken. But even stirred, he's going to be able to get a nice little Faust. Oh no.
No.
And the Faustian deal does not happen.
And the town is pretty much going to be back under commando control.
Okay, they both fired one shot, jammed the weapons, and wounded the shooter. If that was not one of those, like, gag reels where they just knock each other out in a punch, that's, I don't know what it is.
That's essentially what it is. But it's definitely worse off trade for the autocannon half trunk, because he now needs a supply trunk to fix his runes.
Yes, sir. Mortar half-track is trying to cover the retreat of said 222. Don't know how well that's gonna go.
Don't think it's gonna go well, Khan. I don't think it's gonna go well.
Tell you what, we are gonna have another 250/9. I'm gonna Wildcats come in with those bombs, and that's gonna be a pretty stressed out mortar half-track.
Also got the Shaman in the middle. He's trying to get an angle on that Boiter Cromwell, and he does manage to do so, and that's probably going to be a dead Boiter. Oh no, the Wildcat completely misses. It does a say blind fire shot.
And boy, Cromwell makes it out of there.
Just barely, yeah.
Actually, look at that sight line. Oh, jeez.
That is tight. He should not be alive, but the pirate Gondra looking upon him.
And heck, even that half-track takes a bomb to the dome and still keeps on ticking. Look at that first crater. He's in the middle of it.
That's just extra cover.
If you can't see me, you can't shoot me. But the Commando 6 in the meantime, that guy, those sharpshooters, they do a hefty amount of damage, and shockingly enough, maybe not so much shockingly, they can retard any offensive practically by themselves.
Don't match with sniper units.
Now, I am interested. These Aufklärer do see the German DD. And what else we got? Coming back into the south again, another anti-tank gun come in. It makes sense. And the Germans can't move a whole lot. They're pretty much trapped.
Yeah, don't have much AT apart from a potential Boiter Firefly, really. You can get Pack 38 out, but you're not really the most reliable when dealing with DDs.
No, they are not. And I don't know where that Sherman's aiming right now. Oh, he's going HE after the infantry. Never mind. Poor Aufklärer next to the other Sherman DD.
Yeah, I think he got a little bit too close.
Well,
just a little bit.
When you're knocking on their door to find some, beer is probably the best idea.
Hello? Hello? Anyone home? Anyone home in the tank? Oh, it's people inside.
They're not gonna. You can't bum a smoke from the enemy, my friend. It doesn't work that way.
And they only have cigars.
Yeah, iron cigars. And another autocannon half-track's gonna get roasted and toasted pretty quickly. But there's the Boiter Firefly. So the last hope of the Rebel Alliance.
I think the Germans are a bit more, imperial.
Well, they're outnumbered right now. I thought that was Rebel Alliance kind of stuff.
Yeah, but the whole uniform thing,
You mean the whole idea of having efficiency? What's wrong with efficiency?
Yeah, all of that stormtroopers. I'm fairly certain this is like. I'm trying to think of some Star Wars thing, but I can't. So I'm gonna leave it at that.
Well, folks, you heard it here first. Some Star Wars thing, and there we have it.
There we have it. But Germans really just waiting to have B phase to really do anything, I think.
Well, Pack 38, despite the fact that he is a stationary gun, he probably does need stabilizers, but he's winning the stressing duel out against that Sherman, which is just weird. He's got that rate of fire. It's just absolutely delicious.
Yeah.
He might even get a couple more shots. He's probably not going to get the kill. Never mind. Alright, but the Germans are keeping themselves moderately in contention here, if nothing else because of the Pigren to the south. And this mortar half-track's going to get donated pretty quickly. Never mind, Humber gets taken out. I have to eat my hat there.
What type of hat is it?
Fedora.
I'd be rather tough hat. I think a beanie would be like pretty easy. hat to eat if you really had to eat a hat. Or
Well,
probably like a visor type thing.
well, look at it this way. At least it wasn't a pith helmet.
Oh god, that would be a bit cheery.
Yeah, it's a bit more of a, like, jerky.
Mm-hmm.
Pack 38 to the south is going to get blown to pieces. And pinned down. Shocking Left doesn't actually get killed. Boy to Firefly does take out the Sherman in the center part of the field. But does that mean we're just going to... Yep, and no one comes in anyway. So, no big deal there. But yet, despite the fact that Boy to Firefly has made his presence felt, the UK, still part of the EU at this point, is able to hold on to that massive, massive stretch in the middle part of the field. And yes, I know the EU wasn't a thing until the, whatever, but besides the point. Ugh. But
Yeah,
right, please.
there's there's already much Trophosis can do. I mean, it does it with Firefly now. It's just about getting a good angle on those Shermans, and Pugums is smart enough not to keep the Shermans slap bang in the open. But you're on B phase now. This is where Troph gets all our lovely reinforcements, and then where Pugums just has to hold. He has to wait till C phase, really be able to, get those crazy reinforcements.
Actually, though we don't often see it, this would be a time for the Freddy party.
Oh god. It'd be a very good call down south to just keep that town under his control.
Just do the one call in for 5 minutes and nothing's a problem. We're all set to go.
Yeah, I mean, you can, throw it down, completely ignore it, just put all your pressure, all your resources on another flank. It is a really awesome unit because of that.
And also, really unfortunate. That's hard to cut you off.
Yeah.
We had that two squads of half tracks. They dove out. They dove back in. This is the time you have to be aggressive with those half tracks. You cannot stay where you are.
Yeah, especially now when he's gonna get bombed.
Yep, too late. Watch one of them die. Shockingly enough, he's alive. Boy to Firefly will engage that first Sherman. Internal fragments. Ooh.
That Piat squad. Getting in close. Will the tank busters bust the tank?
Probably. That's two.
Bring out the Piat and...
He gets bombed too. Good lord. Oh, it's up!
Oh.
GG.
Of course it completely misses first shot.
Ay.
I mean, when you got 4 shots, you definitely have a chance of hitting. And here we go. The Germans now sending all their infantry after seeing Firefly Brother go down. And they do have enough fire support to take this.
Yeah, it's going to be bloody, but yeah, they do. Leading by example, poor Monch there is going to get pinned down in, 86 pretty easily. He's out in the open, though, too, so... Not too surprising. Commando tank busters are actually really, really... I think you get a pretty good bang for your buck there.
Oh yeah, for turning point unit, they're really price efficient. They're only 5 points more than like a regular peanut squad, but you also got to take into consideration they have no AT guns for like the first
forever,
20 minutes. Yeah, so those are your only anti-tank units that you can bring up.
Well, I like how this ME-109, he's making gun runs after these Wildcats. But still, one little kid is going to get on through, and that Pioneer might just buy the farm. Not quite. ME-109, he's on the tail, though. And that should be a kill.
If he can keep his guns on target, jeez.
Well, he was too close. And frankly, I don't know. I mean, when you drive that kind of piece of just delicate German machinery... What is there to say?
What does he have to say? Chicken butt.
I'm sorry?
Chicken butt. That's what I got to say.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, that's my phrase. That's my response to your rhetorical question.
Ah, how rhetorical of you.
Thank you.
Shockingly enough, Boy to Cromwell is still moving and shooting. What do you say about that bomb?
Humber down south. He's gonna flank at more to half track.
Well, he's been. Oh no, the half track's on the road. Probably still gonna die. You're right there, but oh, look who's here.
Oh,
Are you feeling witty?
I'm feeling very witty right now, Khan. Where's he going? He's going straight to the middle by himself, completely unsupported.
As
Rittman
is his
move.
way. But there's a Sherman DD there who's just got absolutely nothing. He's been completely and totally de-toothed and declawed. And if he finds the right lady, debriefed. There's still one down to the south. Let's see. It's been 2 are down. We still have 2. There's still the last 2. One to the middle and one to the south. But Wittmann, he could save the day, or he could completely destroy it by all the cost. But
yeah, it's a rather a lot of points banked in that one tank. I mean, yeah, right. If he could like break his way through up north and middle, that's going to be a lovely chunk of territory. But you know, if he kind of runs into something afoul, Rittman's not going to be having a good time.
no, he won't. And frankly, he's going to get bombed to smithereens. These Wildcats are in here and almost constant, I would say.
Yeah, the Wildcat's really interesting because they only have a 1-minute reload time, but they have a very small payload. It's only like 2 50-kilogram bombs or something. No, 2 45-kilogram bombs, so...
No, 50s. Royal Laboratory. And then Hellcats coming in as well. And those guys have the 230s. So, yeah. Goodbye, half-track? No. Huh. I mean, 109's not really getting a whole lot of flight time either. Those guys have been forced, unfortunately, to kind of just chill, do their thing. And I do like the fact we're going to see a 222 coming on in with some recon troops trying to get us a little bit of line of sight to the north, so Wittmann doesn't quite get wrecked so quickly.
Good recon unit is definitely the best choice you could bring out immediately following Wittmann.
And there you go. The Humber tickles the mortar half track, and then the tickle fight escalates.
Ticklish.
As the map begins to turn into a crow, yes, sir.
Yeah, southern side is not looking good for the Germans at all.
Or actually, you know what? Looks like Steve Carell's character from Despicable Me.
Oh crap, you're right.
Ugh. But we have a Verbelwind, so that way, if nothing else, even if the Germans lose, I'll be happy to have seen this. And the Commando Tank Busters, they find themselves a new target. Another 222 goes down. But Wittmann should be able to see and engage those little pesky gnats. And the ME-109's making some runs after it as well. Also worth noting is a commando to the north, the Commando Snipers, is really kind of holding down the fort.
Yeah, I'm having a feeling this is probably going to turn into a land war race, where the Germans can just try to, you know, sally forth and try to take as much territory up north, while SSB tries to do the same thing down south. And it's really about whether Frub can just clear out. It's pretty much just clearing out infantry. It's nothing here that can effectively stop Wittmann. It's just a slow process of slowly
removing everybody.
Infantry.
Oh yes.
Yeah. And he only has like 2.5 minutes left till potential 17-pounders can be brought onto the field and potentially penetrate Tiger Wittmann.
Well, the cavalry, even, yeah.
Yeah, very slow, but very steady cavalry.
We went to the south and we'll stay on the quick look over here. The commandos, I think, really should be pressing their advantage.
Yeah.
Swing around that southern flank. Deploy. Well, we have actually another, comp group coming in to hold that L-shaped tree line there. There's still that DD tank that's just been sitting there the entire time. He's fired 75 rounds of machine gun ammo, and that's it.
That's it, yeah, he definitely needs to be a bit more aggressive up and down. If he can make his way down south and cut off the spawn point, I mean, it's a little bit, that's maybe a little bit too hopeful. But then nonetheless, he really should be putting all of that pressure down south, yeah, completely right.
The Pack 38 gets donated over here in the meantime. ME-109 coming in to try to strafe the commando support. The anti-tank gun gets donated. And unfortunately, he still doesn't know what the Commando Tank Busters, does he? No, he doesn't. He has no idea what's there.
I think Frub's gonna be smart enough not to go near the forest unsupported with the Tiger.
Well, what I can tell you is that they do have that Bofors right there, and that Bofors as well as the Hellcat 2v1. Ooh, never mind, to be bombing out those poor half-tracks. I will say there's been a bit of a price to pay in terms of the air fight.
Yeah, the Messerschmitts have been doing a pretty good job. He's gonna shoot down another Wildcat, Hellcat, some sort of flying cat. And that's exactly what he needs, is SSBs. One of the SSB's main strengths, especially early on, is the use of air power.
Well, the Bofors is finally getting into the fight. It's been taking forever and a day to do it. On the verbal Ventus, oh no. The Commando Tank Busters, look what they are. Bittman is just
no,
barely out of range.
Oh, he's not gonna get in close. Rittman's gonna survive for another few minutes at least.
Yeah, you say that now.
Say it now, and he's just gonna get sniped off map.
Worth also noting, Commando supports and some Royal Marines are moving nice and tight to the Pioneers, who are just begging them to be that close.
Hello! I got a present for you. Oh, right, no, I'm gonna let the grenade off.
Wow. Oh my gosh, that was a lot of firepower.
A lot of firepower. Good God.
And there's that Sherman. He does not live in 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney, but I can guarantee you he is still very, very deadly when he comes from overseas.
Mm-hmm.
And meanwhile, some commandos to the north are trying to hold steady. Rock steady, if you will. They're doing a little bit of a bebop.
Yeah, mainly, Pugums is meant to hold up north with nothing but a ring and a prayer, and just have an infantry around the rear slowing down Frub from just blitzkrieging his way through. That's pretty much paid him the time, and the time he needed to get an anti-tank gun.
Which gets engaged, and he's gonna get goal posted. He gets goal posted. But another shot's gonna come out, and this is gonna be a dead verbal vent. Yep. Poor sods. So unless the Germans somehow have a miracle like +3, I'm not sure this is gonna go very well for them.
Yeah, I mean, they can still make a crazy breakthrough up north, because this is Cheux we're talking about. Is, you know, land's very cheap on the show. But just looking at how things are developing down south, I don't really think that's gonna happen for the Germans.
You know what else is cheap on this map? Human lives. Wittmann, in the meantime, realizes, okay, wait a second, I don't really feel like dealing with this freaking Bofors. He takes out the Bofors as well. At that point, he has air supremacy, which is weird to think.
Mm-hmm.
And there's actually, yep, there's the double ME-109 coming in right now, going after the Bofors. There's a 17-pounder you were talking about, and the Sherman 5 coming from the south.
I'm just going to get a side shot, completely misses of course, and Tiger is going to be able to respond in kind.
One thing is, at this point, we are going to see probably some stress. No.
Nope.
No battle fatigue for Wittmann, no sir.
The 17-pounder's getting into range. 17-pounder is completely unvetted though, so I highly doubt he's going to get that first shot kill, but we never know. This is SD we're talking about.
Yes, it is. Oh, driver wounded. And 3,
it's gonna be 2 shots.
1. There we go. And life makes sense.
Of course, yep. Unvetted 17-pounder against Rittmann. It's like
a
plus
3-star ace. Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
You know, plus 3 accuracy bonus for it. But yeah, it's pretty much completely knocks out Trophy up north. As a Panzer IV can't really do anything. And like I said, once the AT guns got online, it's going to be hard for Trove to really make that push. Also, like in the middle of the map, it's pretty much absolutely nothing.
Well, there's a boy to Cromwell's brother the entire game.
Oh yeah, he's still alive. He's just kicking.
Wish we could say the same thing for the boy to Firefly, but
yeah, you know,
he's twinkling someplace else right now.
Mm-hmm. He flew a little bit too close to the sun, and by sun I mean in his case angry guys or PH.
Yeah. I wish I had something glib to say to that, but I don't. Hellcats going after the infantry, as is their way. Wildcats coming in after the infantry as well. In fact, nope, going for the P4. Slightly take them off, we'll see.
Oh, complete miss, and...
Wow, that really was a whiff. And there's a Ju-88 went after the southern side. That was an interesting call. Interesting call. He went after the Marines to the south.
Could have brought like a tank for you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not sure I agree with that one.
I don't agree with it either, to be honest. Like, retro sets, you really need the tanks, especially anti-tank or ground units, especially at this point in the match.
Mm-hmm. I realize, by the way, it's a 40mm gun, but it's always weird for me that the Bofors just so easily stresses out the P4.
Mm-hmm. Shoots pretty fast.
That's true. Again, like, and I'm sure to be on the receiving end of that is not something you want to have happen, but just it's weird to me that it stresses out quite that fast.
Yeah, Panzer IV now going to be
useless.
Running for the hills. Yeah, pretty much useless in his current state. And yeah, up north, Germans aren't making much progress. Want to take us through a ×2 at 29?
Sure. We also have an OP Morris coming on in as well, so that might be the confetti.
Oh, I'd love to see some confetti free to run. Yeah.
Bofors, of course, gets stressed on out. The boy to Cromwell goes ham. He says, you know what? I'm tired of this. I'm just going to do it myself. And the Commander Tank Busters are probably going to see him in a second. Yep, first shot. Crew wounded. He's going to die. P4 goes down, courtesy of the 17-pounder. And where is that off-map calling? Nothing yet.
Come on, we want to see up Arty Party.
That'd be great. Panther G moving to the north, so the homies are coming on through. And I suspect, yep, there we go. So 18 seconds to Boomtown.
I think I might be in a more concentrated run, unfortunately.
Even more terrifying. Yes, it is. Though, shockingly enough, it does surprisingly moderate damage.
Yeah, I mean, it's like 960 rockets. It's just it's ridiculous. Just, like, the amount of firepower that comes out of that bloody little Morris LRC. Not directly, but indirectly, of course.
Oh, naturally. I'm just having that moment of just watching all this smoke gout all over the field.
Mm-hmm. It's like when you're like a kid and you're just like tapping that like a piece of paper with a pencil and you end up making shapes with it. That's what it reminds me of.
Ju-88 is going to make it. Another one comes on in too. So these are very weird monetary choices.
You don't really, all like deck building choices too, Morris does go down. It's usually with 12th S. You never usually take any bomber planes. You just take Messerschmitt fighters and
straight to Jesus.
You don't need to focus on getting bomber or any close support aircraft at all.
Well, when the ME-109s are coming in and trying to shoot up some infantry trucks here or there, that's when you pretty much know life is over.
This man's a Force of D crew at least, but at this point, Pugums has got really lovely territory under his control. And even though, in terms of like units, Frubblord has the power units on the field. Like those Panthers and Yak Panthers are pretty much unkillable at max range. Apart from the 17-pounder, he doesn't have the supporting units to really maneuver him around.
No, he doesn't. And therein lies the rub, as the Bard would say.
Mm-hmm.
But he's given up a lot of these little forest, tree-lined fortresses, and that's going to pretty much cause all of the issues that he's got here. So it looks like it's going to be a complete and total knockout. Not even technical by any stretch of the imagination. Pugums is going to just completely scrub the floor with Frub.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, that's pretty much left of what we have left in the tub.
Yeah, as we just watch out off-map artillery suit its final rounds, and god damn it, so mesmerizing.
Yeah, there is something beautiful about it. It's kind of like watching a lava lamp.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lava lamp of death. So 32 minutes, 17 seconds, 2,500 points to nothing. And Pugums, shockingly, actually kills less than his opponent.
Yeah. That's quite surprising. Looking at the history, did he lose like a bunch of stuff later on?
The last like 6 minutes. The last 3 minutes, he loses, I don't know, what, 700 points right there.
Yeah, that for sure. For sure. Looking at kills real fast.
Commando Tech Buster's got the Cromwells, all the Boitos stuff, so he at least gets rid of the captured material.
But nothing really too crazy from SSB. It's a pretty shared affair.
The losses, though, there's a German that comes in and almost goes out an instant ace. He gets 4 kills to his name. That is nothing to sneeze at.
Oh, damn. Pretty damn good. Ripman barely doing anything, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Messerschmitts were definitely held as superiority for sure, but it was the tanks that couldn't fall through.
Indeed. But folks, that's going to do it for our coverage this week for Steel Division Normandy 44. As always, we are just crossing our fingers that Steel Division 2 is going to be just as much fun as Steel Division 1. But, well, until that happens, it's going to be basically planning our own private D-Day. Rang, any last thoughts?
None at all.
Fantastic, folks. We'll see you all soon. I'm Con Ulrich.
I'm Rangru. Take it easy.